Slight adjustment there for double 8, but now across for double 4.
Game shot on the fifth leg. Janet Cole.
Yeah.
Richie car
No, he had
54.
67. What did he have left? Yeah, 67.
Game shot on the
Oh, and
match.
it's in.
Richie
I'm
Houghton.
not sure if that was under the bottom wire or above it. It was above it, confirmed by referee Paul Hinks. And, well, the perfect start to the night for Richie Houghton. And that defeat to Jared Cole last night when he had match starts. I hope it doesn't come back to burn him, but the perfect start for Richie Houghton. Decent average, 86.07, not far off of his seasonal numbers. 4 from 9 on the doubles, 44%. When we come back, Chris Quanto takes on Neil Duff. Feel good endorphins coursing around the body. Double 19.
Game shot on the fourth
Beautiful
leg. Neil
wasn't it?
Duff.
From start to finish, 12 darter, 2-2. One dart.
56.
Man, it
Richie
just
Car
won't drop
56.
for him, would it? He could have had this match sewn up right there and then, but the doubling.
Game
He
shot
just
on the
knew,
match.
didn't
Chris
he?
Quanto.
And it is Chris Quanto who somehow gets the win, and you can see the disappointment from Duff, and that's another one that's definitely got away. 2 from 13 on the doubles, 88.11 the average for Neil, 84.18 for Chris Quanto, but it's Quanny that moves on to 6 points and well into a qualifying position. When we come back, Richie Houghton back in action, and our first look at John Brown this evening.
Adjustment for the distance. Double 16 once again for Houghton.
Game shot on the fifth leg.
Let's
Richie
get it.
Houghton.
Changed his tax on the 19 route, so double 14.
$71.
Yeah, that's unlucky. And double
Richie
7.
Car
Is that
24.
same kind of split from 18 to 9. It's no one's favourite.
Yeah, it was almost the perfect recovery. As it is, Richie Houghton is
Game
going
shot
to
on the
make
match.
it.
Richie Houghton.
2 from 2, and he does go from bottom of the table right back into a qualifying position, into third on 6 points with Chris Quanto. He has played 2 matches, of course. There are the numbers, 80.61, 77.97 for John Brown. When we come back after the break, well, another big match. Neil Duff facing Jared Cole.
It's a bit of a chance here for Neil Duff to extend his lead to 2-0, but does need a treble 19. Gets it, so tops.
Game shot on the second leg. Neil
Clinical,
Duff.
2 from 2, and a ton plus out. A chance for another 12 darter.
And he's double 18.
Game shot on the
That's
fourth
pretty.
leg. Neil Duff.
Very, very tidy stuff from Neil Duff to re-establish a couple of leg cushion.
Yeah, needs tops.
Game shot on the match. Neil Duff.
Gets tops for, well, by my reckoning, a third ton plus out.
Yeah, needs tops.
Game shot on the match. Neil Duff.
Gets tops for, well, by my reckoning, a third ton plus out of the match, and he makes it 4 from 4 on the doubles, 98.25 the average, 12 scores of a ton or more compared to just 7 from Jared Cole, and Jared Cole still having to wait for that one win that guarantees his place in tomorrow night. But a very, very good performance from Neil Duff. When we come back, John Brown faces Chris Quanto.
$131. John
Nice
Newcastle
set up play
60.
there for Quanto, but easier finish here for John Brown. Single 20 for tops.
Done that flatty again.
Game shot on the
Something
third
he's
leg.
been-
John Brown.
Practicing.
Do it. It's sensible play. It just keeps that bed open, but
It was risky. Look at Josh Richardson
One
earlier. And did that
check.
cost him qualification?
yeah, I was going to say it was quite a wild attempt, wasn't it? Kind of flew up way past the
Yeah,
tops.
but it was not even close, was it? I mean, even if it had found
100.
tops, at least, you know, at least he'd have had Starts at double 10.
180.
Well, back-to-back 180s here for Chris Quanto.
Where has this come from?
We did say
82.
sometimes he's a bit
Critical
slow out the gate when
141.
it comes to the start of matches.
Oh,
129.
well, I said nothing and I didn't want to jinx it.
And I was holding my breath.
Yeah, I was. Nice touch there from John Brown, offering his commiserations. What a moment that would have been for Chris Quantock.
59.
There have
Critical
been
12.
these kind of flashes of form, haven't there, from Chris Quanto.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Chris Quanto.
And that
To move on to 4 points and keep his slim hopes alive. Oh,
Game
what
shot
a
on the
way
match, John
to
Brown.
wrap things up. Well, highly entertaining game there. We've very nearly seen yet another 9-darter here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, but John Brown will be more than happy with that. 88.91, 90.79 for Chris Quantock. 3 180s in the game, 136 finish. What we needed was a 141 finish, and then we would have had a 9-darter, of course, but 50% on the doubles for John Brown. A worthy winner in the end. Well, when we come back after a short break, Richie Howson will face Neil Duff.
Richie
Looking at the
McCart,
stats
80.
this week.
well, double 10 required here for Hausen, and
Game
double
shot on
10
the
he
first
finds.
leg. Richie Howson.
Yeah, that's a nice 17.
Near the car,
As it
121.
stands at the moment, that could well be, quite simply, a straight shootout game as it
Game
stands.
shot on the match. Neil Duff.
And Neil Duff does convert that lead into a win, a really tidy performance, another average.
Near the car,
As it
121.
stands at the moment, that could well be, quite simply, a straight shootout game as it
Game
stands.
shot on the match. Neil Duff.
And Neil Duff does convert that lead into a win, a really tidy performance, another average over 98. He had a 98.25 last time out, a 98.23 and another ton plus out, 3 180s, 4 out of 9 the doubles, all round a stunning performance from Neil Duff, and he does now go top of the table. When we come back, John Brown against a man looking for his first win tonight, Jared Cole.
Jared car, 75.
Slots it in the ball to leave 142. Single 18 leaves tops. 1-all.
Game shot on the second leg. Jared Cole. Jared car, 32.
Don't worry, I'll give you a name check.
Thanks.
Game shot on the sixth
And we
leg.
go
Jared Cole.
all the way. So JB's fate is in this final leg of the match.
John the car, 130.
Yeah, this for the match. Doesn't have to go for it. But will now, double 8.
114.
Didn't he he finished off his last match, didn't he, with the 136? Could have finished this one off with a 130, but he's going to be back. It's been such a dominant leg.
59. John the car, 16.
Double 8 to win it 4-3. In it
Game shot on the
goes.
match.
And
John Brown.
John Brown gets the win, and the woes continue for the king of the castle. It's his third consecutive game without a win. 87.62 for John Brown. 4 140s, 1 180, and 4 from 13 on the doubles. When we come back, well, the matches continue to be big ones, and it's Quanny against Howson. John Brown can get to with a win is 8 points, and if he wins 4-0, -3.
Yeah, as you say, we'll know a bit more about
Well, if Richie Howson wins this one, he'll...
Game shot on the first leg. Richie Howson.
His
Richie
place
car,
in finals.
25.
9 for double 8.
Game
Yeah,
shot on the
good
match. Chris
adjustment.
Quanto.
Gets it done, and Chris Quantock wraps it up 4-1. And we'll confirm the start of the next match, but by my reckoning, it is Neil Duff, Chris Quantock and Jared Cole who take their spots in finals night. But as you can see, a great performance, 94.18, just the 180 in the match, going to Quanto, and very tidy on the doubling, 4 from 7. When we come back, Neil Duff faces John Brown.
Yellow card 60.
16-year-old superstar, that is Luke Littler. He really is a superstar, isn't he?
He is indeed. And
Game shot on the first leg. Neil Duff.
whilst I have
Considering he has played in every session this week, but he
Game
gets
shot
it
on the
done
match.
in
Neil
the
Duff.
end. A 4-1 win, 17 darter to get it done, and a few more missed doubles than he would like. And we've seen the best and the worst in terms of finishing from Duff tonight. We've seen a 4 out of 4. We've just seen a 4 out of 18, but ultimately top of the table on 10 points and plus 10 in terms of leg difference. Well, coming up next, our final game of the session, and it's the 2 other qualifiers out of this Group B. Jared Cole facing Chris Quanto.
It has been difficult for him today.
I mean, for a player like, if it had been
No score.
someone like Richie Housen,
That'll
his
do car
attitude,
60.
I don't care. I'm in tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's a different day.
Game shot on the first leg. Jared Cole.
Yeah,
Look at
never shot
80.
it on the tops.
Showed good, top stops.
Game shot on
And
the
he
second
gets
leg.
the
Chris
top
Quanto.
stops, just showing Jared how to do it. Drop over the top.
Yeah, you change your throw, don't you? Try and float it in, or
Yep.
just try something different. There is always that argument to switch.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Chris Quanto.
But would have been academic as Chris Quanto takes 73 out and makes this a level match at 2 apiece. Yeah,
Chris
great shot
Quantock,
there from
82.
Jared. And Chris Quanto now needing 17. Leaves him tops.
Game shot on the match. Chris
And
Quanto.
there you have it. It will be Chris Quanto finishing on 10 points and in second place with that win over Jared Cole, who went through the card yesterday but didn't manage to find a win today. So found himself in third place. Doesn't matter. He's qualified along with Neil and Chris. And we can go up onto the balcony where we can join Henry with Chris Mason.
Yeah, thank you very much, Laura. Well, it's been a group of 2 halves, it's fair to say, as far as Jared Cole's concerned.
Yeah, for sure. It's weird how it plays out, isn't it? He was 4 out of 4 last night and, dodged a couple of bullets here and there. And then tonight just couldn't find a win. And we talk about momentum, not just in matches, but in the course of a group. And once you don't get that first win, you start to chase it. Then you sort of press the panic button. And then in that game, everything that could have gone wrong for him did go wrong. But credit to Chris Quanto. It's been a good campaign so far.
It has. We'll talk a bit more about that in just a second. But first, these are the results from tonight's session. 10 games being and gone. This is what we've seen. It feels a little while ago that Richie Housen beat Jared Cole 4-2.
Yeah, and it sort of set the tone. And remember, Richie Housen was bottom overnight with just the 1 win. And for a while, he was in a qualifying position. And there was just one match where he just couldn't find that 2 points required. Otherwise, he would have been in tomorrow night's finals.
Let's talk about Neil Duff, and in particular his mentality. He came out to the balcony at the end of his last game, and he spoke about how when he knew where there was a finishing line, where he knew there was a goal inside, he knew exactly what he needed to do to get to that point.
Yeah, and I think it was fairly relevant. He said that's what champions do, and listen, he is the current WDF world champion, and he knows how to win. He knows how to get over the line, and on each occasion when he's been in this campaign and he knows he has to secure a big win, he's produced it. There's not too many players with sort of sub 95 and above averages. He's had a couple of sub 80s and a couple of indifferent games, but when he's really been asked the question, he's produced. His running average this week is going to be right up there. He's played very, very well at times, and I think he's got his. I just think he's got the tail between his legs, and he's coming into that period where he will be defending his title in probably around about 8 weeks' time, and maybe he's just sort of worked out that if I can just peak at the right time, and he's coming into that area now.
What is it like when you go to a period defending something that's been yours, and you know it's going to be that
You're funny.
expectation? But you've won 15 of
I
these
know,
ranking titles.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't know what it's like to defend anything like that. But he's just level-headed, isn't he? He's pretty ruthless. He's all business when he's on the hockey. You don't see too much laughing and joking from him, and I don't think I don't think he's got any fear in defending that title. He very nearly defended the Australian one just a matter of weeks ago. So it shows he has the mentality to do the job.
Yeah, some guy called Andy Barnes. Ever heard of him? He's meant to be all right, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's pretty decent, isn't he?
He can throw a bit, it's fair to say. Right, let's talk about Jared Cole, and in particular, not went wrong, but what the difference was tonight.
I think, listen, in any sport, you need a bit of a rub of the green, a bit of good fortune, and he just didn't get any of that tonight. And where he needed that second opportunity that he was given on a few occasions last night, he wasn't getting those tonight. And that's sport. That's not just dart. That's all sports. You see it in golf, snooker, cricket, tennis, anything you want. You know, you'll see a couple of, net cords that drop over, and on another day they fall back into your own court. And that starts. You just got to brush it off tonight, get a good night's rest, and come into tomorrow night as positive as possible. And if he starts his campaign with a win tomorrow night, he's back on the bike.
Well, certainly is right. Chris Quanto, thoughts on him overall after 8 games?
Yeah, gone under the radar a bit, hasn't he? We're not talked about him, but we've seen some incredible moments from him. We've seen that wonderful leg a little earlier, and yeah, and I think he's finished second, hasn't he, in the group? Yeah. So in a group full of this much quality, fair play.
Well, this is the final classifications as far as Group B is concerned, and I suppose the big name is Richie Howson not qualifying through.
Yeah, I mean, very much like the night that Jared had tonight. Richie started that way yesterday, didn't he? The 2 4-0s cost him desperately in the leg difference, and then he was really just chasing from them. Very much like John Brown, who picked up just the one win. Ironically, his opening game of the night. He'd give it a good go tonight, but in these groups, you just leave yourself a little bit too much to do. But with 4 games to go, any one of the 5 could still qualify. So an exciting end.
It most certainly was. Right, so the groups are now confirmed for tomorrow evening. Finals night is almost upon us. These are the groups. Group 1, Spellman, Worsley, Quantock. Group 2, Bradley Rose, Neil Duff, Jared Cole. If you don't laugh at that group, you're going to cry.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the way Spellman's played in Group A, you just wanted to avoid him. But the one person who won't give one jot about his reputation will be John Worsley, and he will come into tomorrow night relishing the opportunity to play Alex.
I think a lot of people, maybe neutrals, will look at this and think Spellman and Duff potentially could be on a collision course.
Yeah, I think Worsley could be a bit of a spoiler, and after what we've seen tonight from Quanto, well, in fact, when you look at the whole field, they've all sort of, defied the odds somewhere along the line, probably with the exclusion of Spellman, who was the favourite to win Group A, did just that. John Worsley was the favourite to win his group, didn't win it, but got through. Duff was expected to come through tonight, and he's done the business. The rest of them have just found a way to reach the finals, and why not fancy it?
Right, bedtime for us, isn't it?
Thank goodness.
Well, it's been great fun to be in your company as ever.
Yes, enjoy a nice break, mate. You deserve it.
I'm here tomorrow night.
How are you? Oh, I thought you were going to tell me that it was enjoyable and I'm off to enjoy a nice break. But
shall we have
right,
this
just do it one more time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, on the subject of one more time, we'll see you tomorrow night. This has gone great. See you tomorrow.